I mean, normal. Right? Riggs, you want to buy it or not? Boom, 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 boom. Move it, flower girl. Shouts to Loveless. This is almost a really good sync. Wow. I didn't plan it this way. Yo, look at this sync. Yeah, that's my Nintendo Switch in the corner. Where is this? This is Midgar. You're looking at the slums of Midgar. Sectors 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc., etc. I didn't even plan it this way. Yo! Mako Reactor 1. Let's go. Come on, newcomer. Follow me. Tummy kick. That's Jesse. Not to be confused with Best Fox. There's Black Man. Get down here, Merc. Yo, Cloud Strife. Mako with Fused Eyes. Chapter 1, The Destruction of Mako Reactor 1. How cool is this? There you go. Not bad. So you can already see the differences in side by side, right? Look at that. Do you see the difference already? And what we're presented with? Look at this. How cool is that? How cool is that? Look in the original game, right? You have that red light back there. Right? Right back there, you have the red light. And even in the full game, you have the red light up there as well. The exact same thing. The train engine, the side panels detailing construction's taking place. Whereas right there, in the new game, construction's taking place too, but they've expanded it a bit more. There it is on the right instead of the left. Shut up. I mean, it's Popeye arms. They'll blow me down. Yeah, I also can't believe this is actually happening. How cool is this? Come on, newcomer, follow me. Now, in the first game, what originally happens is you run up there and then you get encountered with. Also, musical differences. There you go. This is the original theme. Do you hear it? What's up, Josh? This is awesome. Thank you. But see, this is the original theme right here. Which, by the way, to me is still a bop, right? This still goes hard. Also, there's a Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack available, a vinyl. It gives you, I think, 8 songs in the remake and 8 songs in the original on 2 different vinyl sets. Side A, Side B, Side C, Side D. Okay, Martin, I'll put you on the list as same list as Trista, which is the Don't Talk to Me list right now because I'm busy. Well, Josh, I hope you enjoy yourself, man. The big technological difference that I can point out right away, which is very important to, I think, anyone playing the game, is that, well, because we come so far from, let's say, 1997 to 2020, Cloud can be seen with his arm, his weapon. So spiky-haired Cloud in the original can't keep his weapon on him. You don't know if he's wielding a Buster Sword or a Zweihander or whatever, right? But this Cloud, you can clearly see he has his Buster Sword equipped. Not only that, but you can see the materia taking up one of the materia slots in the Buster Sword. So you can see the materia in the Buster Sword slot, which is really, 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 really cool. That's cool, Gay Ginger. I understand, man. Make it do what it do, baby. Kupo. May all your Kupos come true. What does the green one do? Green one is anything to do with elemental materia. So green is elemental materia. Blue is like an assist materia, like all. And like, so if I have a green materia that's earth, for example, or bolt, or lightning. Well, it's actually bolt, right? Or ice. I add a blue materia, it changes to all. So it becomes bolt all, as in bolt all enemies. Cure all. Esuna all, right? Red are your summon materias. So calling Ifrit, Rema, Garuda, Moogle, Leviathan, Titan, Knights of the Round, and etc., etc. And then you have your yellow materia, which are like enemy skill materias or special moves like Death Blow and things like that. So different colors interpret what type of materia that it is. So there it is. I look very cute today? Thanks. Yeah, 2020 Cloud keeps that thing on him at all times. You know what I'm saying? At all times. I'm going to open up Photoshop so I can use my drawing tablet to make this a bit easier to point out certain things. I don't know why I just didn't think about that. Knights Around plus Quadcast. There's not much in the game that needs that, I'll tell you that. Unless you just really don't like Hell Houses. As in, like, you come back to the Hell House area and say, remember me? When you used to pick on me when I was a small Cloud, now I'm big Cloud? Where's all that smoke now? Y'all thought y'all were tough, right? Y'all brolic, right? Picking on Baby Cloud. I ain't Baby Cloud no more. How's your boy? Okay, Photoshop. Open that sumbitch up. There it is. That. Let me grab my paint from this scene. Put on this scene. Wonderful. And let's do a test to make sure it's working properly. It should be. Wonderful. So now if I change my pen color to, let's say, what's a good color for all this? Magenta. Perfect. It's now pointing things out. It would help if I actually choose a paint tool instead of using the arrow tool. There we go. Wonderful. Now we're cooking. So like I said before, up here you have the red stoplight switch. And then down here you have the exact same thing. Well, that's bad. Right there, you have the exact same thing. How cool is that? Just small nuances like that, small details like that, I think are very important. The train, obviously, over here, you can see. I mean, you can't not have the train since it's a big part of the game. is huge. Right there. Also, I apologize for the camera shaking. It's my desk, and every time I touch it, it moves my camera arm. So it's just going to continue to shake. I apologize. If you get motion sickness, just don't look at it. Easy, right? Double Bass D, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the streamer that people... I'm like Batman, right? In Dark Knight. I'm the streamer that you deserve. But I guess not the one that everyone needs right now. I don't know, right? That's just who I be. But anyway. Yeah. And so where the game works out in the original... Oh, that's the old bop, by the way. And when, again, we'll switch back to the new bop so you can hear the difference. You hear that? It sounds very Pirates of the Caribbean. It's grand. You know what I mean? This is grand. Oh, Paul. Thanks, man. Thanks, Naja and Paul, for the tweet. Oh, yeah, that's why Josh said he came here because of that. That's dope. Thanks, y'all. Wedge, Jesse, and Biggs are probably dead by now. They're fine, dude. They didn't get that far in Avalanche by needing me, you know? They're in Avalanche because they're tough. They didn't need Cloud before. They don't need him now. Riggs, what do they say? Insurgents, not a bit nervous. Full service, got it on the door. AVALANCHs, won't he wanna be? Insurgents, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see what happens in the first game, shall we? All right. So first game. Let's flip the script, shall we? Excuse me. I didn't mean to yell at you guys like that. I'm sorry. This thing is a shaky machine. By the way, this is the arm that I use. So this is the original one right here. This is Claude Strife. Running around. The cool thing in the original too is that he blinks. Now keep in mind we're going from Final Fantasy 6 to Final Fantasy 7. So you had Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, which were all 8-bit. And then you hit up Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, which were all 16-bit. But the difference between 8-bit and 16-bit usually is smoothing the edges, right? Like anti-aliasing, and you have more colors you can display, right? And more sprite graphics and Mode 7 and things like that, right? But when you're going from 16 to 32-bit, when you're going from Super Nintendo to PlayStation 1, you have a different point of view. So in your 16-bit version, you always had the side-by-side view. Final Fantasy VII gave us the whole artificial overhead view. The 3D manipulation and 3D objects, right? That was the really cool thing. Not only that, but you got your main character the ability to blink. So Cloud sits there and he blinks. That's why I think the big thing about 7 was so huge is because, not only because it was dark and moody and angsty, but it came at a time where Final Fantasy departed from Nintendo to PlayStation, which was booming at the time. But it was our first look at a Final Fantasy game, a series that should have been dead before one, that gave us full freedom. It expanded the imagination. In 6, you were always wondering, as good as it was, how would it look if I could look over here? How would it look if I could look over here? How would the game feel if I could go inside of here? But 7 gave us all of this. The pre-rendered backgrounds and the looks and everything else, you know? The jump from 6 to this, man, won again. Kid Kaiser said graphics won't get better than this. Yeah, me too. They also took a page out of Ari's book using 3D models with pre-rendered backgrounds so less space was used. Yes, exactly, Riggs. Yes. And what do we get out of it? Dope game, right? Also known as Doposaurus Rex. So that's why I think, as much people say 7's not the GOAT, that's fine, you can say that. But its importance, I think, lays in the fact that it did all this cool stuff. That's what made it truly special. Anyway, check it out. You always get attacked by 2 soldiers right away. Also, the first guy you knock out right there has a potion, so always grab that. Now, the cool thing about the Switch version is the Switch version allows you to cheat in case you don't mess around. So what I can do is I can press right stick in, and I limit break. All I did was press right stick in. Normally, limit break is something you attain by taking damage over time. The more damage you take, the more your bar builds up. Right now, I have non-stop limit and unlimited HP. This is just the build past the point of what we're looking at. But you saw the soldiers we were looking at right there. They had the blue armor on, the spinning right there, and everything else. That was dope. Adrian mode. I need you to stop. It's not Adrian mode. I'm not a cheater. I'm just ahead of the curve, right? So you saw that, right? That was cool. So he gets that. Immediately level 7. Gets that, gets his potion. Waffle stomped. And another potion right there. And that's pretty much the end of this area. There's not much more this area can offer. You know what I mean? So let me make sure this is focused correctly. There we go. Yeah. So that's the end of that area right there. So let's try the remake, okay? Now it's this game's turn. Oh yeah, double base D. If you click right stick in, you get unlimited health and you get non-stop limit break for all your characters. Also, if you do left stick in, you get 3 times speed. It's no more just meandering through the slums and trying to get by. You press that in, you can speed burst everywhere. So if you played 9 times like I have, all the way through, and I have played through it 9 times, and you just want to get to certain areas or you experience the game, that's what you can do. So turn limit on, turn speed on, and just zip, zip, zip. And it really speeds up grinding as well. How'd you figure that out? The game tells you. Before you load the game up, before you actually set into the game, it tells you here are the button schemes for the game. It's a given feature. It's not a secret. They want you to do it. They understand. Like, look, veterans, we get it. Here. And here's another cool feature, right? Right here. Keep in mind the version we just played, right? Down here. There is no going back, right? There's only this one scene. If you bring Cloud to the camera, he stares at you. In this version, you turn around, there's a whole entire back end. Look at this. Look at that. This is why I'm excited for this game, because even though it's constrained or contained only in just Midgar, I believe that Midgar is big enough to be a game all on its own. Now, where they go from there, I'm curious about in terms of the later releases, like maybe this 2, 3, and 4. I'll buy all of them. I don't care. But this right here is unique. It's new. We don't have this in the original classic version or Switch version or whatever. Now, it doesn't add anything except for depth. Like, it allows us to see where the train came from. The upper parts of the spotlights pointing out where the trains are. Maybe the upper plate of Midgar right there, which blocks the sunlight to the city. All that stuff. And more construction stuff. Plus, knocking things over is great. Look, the 2 soldiers.
Who goes there? You're up.
Just like before, the 2 soldiers. Okay.
You're coming with us.
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Oh, that's what I said. I don't think so. And did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? 2 things happened. 1, that battle gave us 2 potions. Number 2, you immediately hit level 7. What happened earlier in the Switch version? You get 2 potions, and you hit level 7. What do you think of the new combat? I love it. I played 15. I don't mind. I don't mind. Also, I like doing this. I like knocking stuff over. I like being able to run into stuff and knock it over. It means it's not just a static background. They go, all right, you want to knock stuff over? That's fine. Plus, during the battle, I imagine if that battle takes longer than it should, then you would swing all this around and knock things over anyway, right? And that's cool. Yeah, and the other guy's still on the ground. Exactly. Good point, Riggs. Right here. I wonder if he has a potion on him. Let's find out. Nope. He's still knocked out. Sorry, knocked out guy. Look how good the train looks, too. My God, look at the lighting in this area. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Finish him? He's got the day off. He's good. Also, you have the times right there. That's pretty cool. Now, this is where it starts to differentiate itself a bit, right? So let's go ahead and go back to the original version and find out what happens between then and there, okay? You can play it turn-based, right? I don't know if actually it's a menu option that I have to go to, or... Oh boy, don't press that button. But Riggs is right, you can play it turn-based. I think there's a button that I pressed to activate that. No, we'll try it later. But there is a button you press to do it. Alright, now back to this version. Actually, hold on. Let me grab this. And bring it over here. Ba-da-da-da. Let me grab this. Put this here. There we go. Perfect. There. Now we're set. New Cloud will not look at you. New Cloud is old edgy Cloud. Old edgy Cloud would never look at us. So he's right. So this is what happens when you advance in this screen. Now see you right here above ground a bit, right? This is where you can see, like Rig said, like Resident Evil, the pre-rendered backgrounds right here. How good is this? You can see the street lamps back there, the overhead look. Oh, and random battles are on too. I deadass forgot about that. Good thing I'm unbreakable. Braver. Everyone can get it. Oh, woof woof. I missed! Jesus. Claude, you're killing me. See how I'm speed up on right now? Power of speed up. Makes life a lot easier. So there's Wedge acting all nervous. And that's Biggs right there. But you can't tell because the thing's in the way. Might be a little bothersome. Let me fix that for you. Hold on. Here you go. Wow, you used to be in Soldier, huh? Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us in Avalanche? He was in Soldier, Jesse. This is how Barrett sounds in the game. But he quit, and is with us now. I didn't catch your name. Now, obviously, because the game's voice acted, you're not going to have the option to change your name from Cloud to Claude or Claude or Clued. So let's just leave it as is. ... Cloud. Cloud, eh? I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. Riggs, can you imagine Cloud as Baron Corbin? I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. The hell are you all doing? I thought I told you never to move in a group. Our target's the North Mako reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. I love this part. Ex-soldier, huh? I don't trust you. You know what it is, Barrett. B-A-R-R-E-1-T. Press the directional buttons while pressing B to turn. To run. I don't know why I said turn. You get to look at the Mako reactor right there before you go from one scene to the next. Mash, do you want to just wait a fucking second? Jesus Christ. The first thing you do is arrive and complain. Shut the fuck up. Exactly. That's what I've been doing. Because you came here late. Jesus. Riggs, keep an eye on Mash today. You know what it is. All right, so that's that screen right there. That's that scene. You busy doing homework? Then shut the fuck up. Wasn't the turn-based mode called Classic? Maybe you're right. Probably right. All right, here we go. We advanced areas, right? Let's try it here.
Who in the hell?
Who in the hell?
Hands where I can see him.
Have fun.
Thanks, Jesse. Don't worry, I'm ex-soldier. The ATB gauge fills as time passes, and by attacking with square. Once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. Charges can be used immediately or saved. Try attacking an enemy to fill the gauge.
Freeze!
I don't think so.
Go ahead.
Pressured. You can expend ATP gauge charges to perform battle commands, just using abilities, magic, or items. Press X and try using one of the commands. See how they slow down when I pick my stuff? How cool is that? Also, I love how they have stagger, which is a mechanic from Final Fantasy 13. For those of you who played that. Remember in 13, you would do okay damage until you filled up the opponent's stagger meter. Once you filled that out, they pretty much exploded in the air. Their shield broke, their armor broke, and you could air juggle them to do maximum damage right there. So there you go. Where's Barrett in the remake? Wait. You can't ask questions. You can't ask questions. You're not allowed. You can't come in late and start asking questions. You're late to the classroom. That's like walking in and late in physics class and saying, hey, I'm sorry I'm late by a half hour, but what did we say the speed of gravity was? What's the initial velocity? Was that VO or VP? VT? I don't know. Teach. You tell me. When not in battle, you can check the map, open menus, and view various kinds of information. Use the start button to open the main menu. Press the center button to access the map or check your various objectives. Oh, Fargonautic, you know what it is, baby. When that icon appears, move your character close to it, automatically jump, crouch, perform the options required. Bet. The main menu, you can view your inventory, character stats, and more. That's Cloud Strife. He's level 7. Spells, inventory, party. Manual, system, there we go. Options, gameplay. Difficulty normal, forget, minimap static. Dialogue, speaker name, chat log, combat controls, display. Brightness, I can turn that up if I want to. Nice. Okay. So you said that easy is the one that allows you to do turn-based? Yeah, random battles are a thing of the past. Turn-based as much as game plays for you, which is lamer. What, in your version or the version I'm playing right now? I think right now, because we're in the very beginning, at least in my playthrough, is that it's much like 15. Where like in 15, the options that you have are very, very limited. In classic mode, I didn't choose classic mode, right? On your game, gotcha. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'd rather play this mode, which is fine. Because as you'll see, the more abilities that you get, the more skills that you get, the more spells that you get, the more varied the combat gets, and the harder decision to make in terms of when you want to attack, what you want to attack, and where you want to attack from, and that kind of stuff. But notice right here, this entire scene is omitted. Well, not omitted, but it's not present in Classic. So we don't get all of this. This is why I think the expansion in Midgar is so important, because in the first game, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we immediately went from one scene to another. That quickly, right? There was no hype behind it. We went from the first scene right into the Mako reactor, essentially. Well, not in the reactor, but further towards our destination, right? Or in this version, we actually have... I mean, what happens in between, right? You get off the train right here from the train station. You arrive at the turnstiles from the train station. You see where the trains are going. The shutters are down right here from the Kupo dispensers. Not coupon or ticket, Kupo dispensers. You have some advertisements right here, as you would see. Giant speaker system. There you go. See the world through her eyes. Advertisements. And this right here. This little neat thing. A window outside the train station. What's right there? A bench. I think these are all kind of cool. Switch is gone. I have to keep doing this. It's on auto. There you go. You can get a clear icicle, minimal auto if you want to. Some bomb stuff right there. Well, just bomb. But yeah, how cool is this? This to me is already so cool. The expansion of going from one scene skipped all the way to another scheme. I don't think I can sit on the bench. Yeah, Cloud doesn't sit. He's Cloud striped. There's no sitting. There's no sitting down. Got the map screen. Switch focuses Boolin. Chill, Switch. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, buddy? You good now, Switch? You good? It's gotta be the center of attention. It's Brittany bench. I like it. Anyway, there's all that. Nice. Drop the weapon.
You got this. Yeah, what he said.
They just don't care about me fighting by myself because I'm ex-soldier. You can defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 to guard or circle to evade. Select guard reduces the amount of damage suffered and also charges the HP gauge.
You're coming with us.
I don't think so.
Gotcha. Try harder.
That little kick is so cute.
Steady. Nope.
Look at that, just a little baby kick. Just a little baby cute kick. I missed. Grenade. Grenada. That's that. Have spells? Fire.
Burn.
Burn.
Was never in doubt.
Pizza cake. Clot strife. Look at that. We have an entire map system. Shoutouts to the Bart, I guess, right? Well, actually, don't. Oh. Well, this is a bit more realistic, right? This is a bit more realistic. Lockers that are half open, half closed, probably broken into, not broken into, who knows? All I know is I wouldn't store my stuff here. Parts of the floor are broken up and taken apart right there. That's neat. I like that. Storage closets, maybe bathrooms, maybe both. Maybe a storage closet bathroom, which would not surprise me, honestly. That sounds about right. How's my health, actually, already? I mean, it shouldn't be bad, but still. Oh, it's fantastic. The lighting right here on the side of the steps as you go up. Interacting with the world. Press triangle to open chest doors, talk people. You see the word hold down, just pressing it. Yeah. Wonderful. Actually, this demo's a bit different than the one I played. This demo's expanded. The one that I played at E3 was just inside the Mako reactor. I didn't get all of this. Lots of potions? Well, you're gonna need them, dog. And grenades. Saving grenades is your best friend, honestly. A lot of construction happening, Jesus. Now, as you can see, we're finally caught up to the first scene, or the second scene in the game on the Switch version. Remember when we first meet Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge? They're talking about, why is this guy with us anyway? I thought we were Avalanche. Why is he here? He's ex-soldier. Isn't he the enemy? And it was overlooking that little second story area. I think this is this area right here. Right here, right? If you find box with the Shinra logo, smash him. We hate Shinra. Nice. We see right here, it overlooks the train. In the previous scene, as you saw in the Switch version, it overlooked the second story. But it was different, right? The scene that we had didn't overlook the train system. The scene that we had overlooked part of the city. Remember, because there was a lamppost there and everything? So this is a bit different, you know? Also, I love that the box charts are still there. In a large part of games, when you destroy a box, the first thing that happens is the box just disappears, you know? That's the gaming special, right? Cut down on resources. Destroy a box, disappears. Whereas in this game, it's just box parts everywhere from the destruction. You get a ventilation right here, which plays in parts of that bottom part we saw down there. That sided, like, ventilation system. And right there's the Mako reactor. And you can see it slowly releasing that cloud right there from the reactor core, which is what's destroying the planet. The planet's dying, Cloud, right? Sucking all the life stream away. That's why we're here in the first place. But the cool part, too, is, like, look at the Mako reactor. Look at all the blinking lights on it. The Mako reactor that we saw, remember, in the Switch version, when Cloud looks up, it's just a boring-ass gray Mako reactor, right? Remember? When Cloud was looking up from it, it was just clay-looking model, smooth surface, and that's it. This one has the blinking lights like it's a Star Wars device, you know what I'm saying? It makes Midgar look a bit more alive. It adds more to it. And my guess is they aren't random. Each light is there for a reason. Whether it's emergency lighting, railway lighting, lighting, the train system that wraps around it, all that kind of stuff. That's you? Cloud's in here for that? Yeah, he doesn't care about that. I don't care about your names. Once this job's over with, I'm out of here. But yeah, we're back in the other area. This right here should be the same exchange, which is when we introduce ourselves. Hey, look at that.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
You!
He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Nice. Yeah, we're not friends, dog. We're here for the money. Real joy to work with them.
To look at too.
Yo, Jesse.
Here we go.
Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
Damn.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even the same...
Give it a rest.
Damn. Jesse always did kind of have a thing for Cloud in the classics. So they didn't shy away from that. It's still a thing right here. Pretty much, if you're a girl in the game, you love Cloud. Except for Yuffie. Except for Yuffie. Tifa loves Cloud. Eris loves Cloud. Jessie loves Cloud. Yuffie loves Materia. Materia and Wutai. Couldn't give two shits about Cloud, honestly. Just fine. Nice. Durable cone.
You'll keep us safe, right, Cloud?
Ooh, I wouldn't count on that, buddy.
Oh, they've almost got the door. We're doing this. We're really doing it. Man, I think I'm gonna be sick.
That is dialogue that he has in the first game, too, when he says, we're doing this. We're really doing this. That is a thing that he says. You love him because he's mean? He's different and moody, and you don't know what he's thinking. And he's from Soldier. First class. So right here's the same scene, right? And he looks up at the Mako reactor. They're trying to blow the door apart. All that kind of stuff. We're going to go over here to Barrett. 2 R's, 1 T. He ain't scared. Get out of the way, pretty boy.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Not interested. I ain't trying to hear that.
Wedge.
Ex-soldier, huh? Don't trust you.
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
And there's the iconic glance up we saw in the Switch version. The same thing. Look up the Mako reactor, all of a sudden you advance. Right? Except now our options seem a bit more varied. Right? This is all definitely a bit more different, right? Yeah, a lot bit different. This is what I mean with how cool this game is, right? Because now we get a full 3D influence to see what's happening, right? We get to see all the things above us, below us, to the side. I love the fact that this is actually an option. Okay? So there's that. Let's go back. So now we're back to this version. This PS4 Pro? It is PS4 Pro. I wonder how much they would cover in the first part, 1/3. I mean, from what I understand, Final Fantasy VII Remake covers the game up until the escape from Midgar, which is when you ascend Shinra headquarters. You know what happens. You get on your bike from the Shinra HQ, the display one, you start up, you go out there, you go on the expressway or turnpike or whatever you want to call it. You fight along the way. You blast out of Midgar, and then you start your exploration to the world. And as far as I understand, that's as far as the game goes in the first one. Which, again, is fine because not only is that a lot of content, but there's a lot of unanswered questions, I think, that I have about Midgar in general. So that's neat. But see right here? Same area. Right here is the train station exit from before. Except we have battles on. Just braver the world, man. Just braver the world. You know what I mean? But look how different this is. You have the flashing light there that says warning intruder, warning intruder. I think that's neat. I've always liked that. Little garbage chute area. Soldiers everywhere. This is what old Final Fantasy was like. Just random battles and dealing with that over and over again. The game, the life, the experience. Then you advance forward. Now, this is probably about where we might end up in the first game. I'll secure our escape passage and concentrate on the mission cloud. Jeez, we're really gonna blow this huge furnace up? Something to see? Yeah. A weapon? I mean, there's no guarantee that we won't, right? Because the reason I say that is because in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer, Genova's present, right? In the first game, you don't meet Genova in Midgar. You never fight Genova in Midgar. You don't encounter the first Genova, I think, until Costa del Sol, which is much later on. But in the trailer for Remake, you encounter, engage, and fight Genova. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was a weapon appearance, but it had to be a brand new weapon. Because Emerald, you have to find. Ruby, you have to find. And Diamond, it's part of the storyline. So you can't have Ruby or Emerald, and you can't have Diamond. So it'd have to be a brand new one. They only mention it? No, in the trailer there's a full-out scene where you fight Genova. You know what I mean? Cross/slash gained. Nice. So we're already here in this section of the game, right? So let's run it back. So again, look at the difference you get. You can press R3 to lock onto a target. R3 unlock. You can use right stick or this with multiple targets. Okay.
Get him, boy!
Oh, guard dog. Bork bork.
Guess you're first.
You want to be last. Staggered. Time for big booty damage.
Hey!
Looks like you're next.
Hey! My man.
Here it comes. Let's go.
Hey! I did pet the dog. I used my Buster Sword to pet the dog. There's so much lighting in this game. It's ridiculous. Everything has lights. Which I imagine it would, right? I mean, the habit area this dark. I mean, the plates up there you can't see, so you'd have to have lighting everywhere you went. Even down here in this little area. Looks nice. You didn't enjoy it? I enjoyed it. I like the idea of there was some tension building of dealing with the stagger meter and getting them staggered up. And there was a sense of redemption when you finally staggered them, you could unload all your best moves. Like, you waited all that time, you saved all your best stuff for that one moment. It meant everything timing-wise. I didn't mind it. I found one! He's getting ether!
No holding back.
Oh, abilities, right. Braver. Woof woof. This dog's got a lot of HP, Jesus. Now it's your turn, friendo. Easy stagger.
That it?
I love Cloud just talking shit the entire time. That it? Bum, bum, bum. Gorgeous, my God. I wonder what the significance is of that clock. Like, what is the significance of that clock? It means something. Or if it's just there for decoration. I don't recall seeing it in the previous version. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Whatevs. I like little nooks and crannies you can get into as well. This is all brand new, see?
Hey, Cloud! Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
Like, all this is brand new. That's why, again, I can't repeat this enough. I like the fact that there's just more to the areas that you go into. They're just extending areas, right? There's just more that you can do. Instead of just going to scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, make a reactor. Now it's interconnectivity of the entire building, you know? And that's cool. I want to know what it looks like to go from point A to point B. I want to know how they got there. That Skype seems really funny. Is he going to die? No, I don't think so. Not that it matters. Old spoilers are new again because the game's new again. It's no questioning people's mortality. From 20 minutes to an hour. Pretty much. Yeah. Even these pathways right here. Like, look. There's just stuff on the floor. What is that? Cigarettes? Milk carton? Maybe one of the workers got thirsty for milk and just drank it.
This way.
Oh, is he holding it for me? Oh, thanks, Biggs. Thanks, Riggs. Riggs out there helping me out, holding it open, waiting for me. Oh, the boxes you can actually destroy apart. That's cool. You can knock the boxes over before destroying them. That's wild. Kind of bad, too, because it means you have to break up each box individually if you don't break them all together. How many times do you think they are going to make people buy 7 Remake each part? My guess is 3. I think the escape to Midgar And then I think you'll have up through Golden Saucer to the City of Ancients and then endgame. I'd be really surprised if it was up to 2 parts. Not in a bad way. I would just be like, wow, okay, cool, thanks.
Huh, not so fast. We've got company.
What a butt. We've got company? Try to keep up. Try to keep up. Woof woof. Easy stagger. 160% more damage. I love it. Fun combat. I like it.
Not bad.
Now I can go through. The funny thing is, the Switch version right now is waiting for us to catch up to where it is. And that's already telling us how much more combat there is, how much more there is to explore on the way there. Also, look at this. This looks kind of like a streamer's room. This legit looks just like a streamer's background to their room. Like me. This is my background in my room. You got your Christmas lights up there, or your Philips Hue lights up there, with your neat backdrop right there. Ah. Ba-da-da-da. I got a Moogle medal! Yes! Kupo! Is it possible to create a convincing looking planet next gen? Why do you ask? Oh, there's a lot of them this time. Oh, it's just them. They're once again using me to get by. Oh, I have no ATV. Oh, God, that poor dude, man. Just trying to live his life.
Brace yourself.
I love instant bravery equals instant death.
Nothing to it.
Also, again, look at the depth. I cannot express enough how cool it is to explore this entire area and just see the nooks and crannies, the extended pipelines, the back hidden ways you can, well, you can't take, but you can imagine that staff goes through. If you think that deeply about it, which I do. Littering everywhere. Saving the planet, because we only know how. Look what is in his sword. That is going to look crazy late game when you have a lot on your weapon. Yeah, the materials. Yeah. I just hope that they're all accurate in terms of how many material you can carry per weapon, you know? So as weapons change, as bracers change and things like that, I hope that they allow material slots that are based on visualization. So if they allow 6 slots, I want to see all 6 materials. Limb breaks are the command menu items. So as your ATB fills up, your active time battle bar fills up, you can perform abilities. In this case, we have Braver right now. We don't have Cross Slash yet. We do in the Switch version, but right now we don't have access to Cross Slash. But I imagine once it's available, we can use it. Boom. Here we go. So it took us that long to catch up to the Switch. Now, if you look closely, the Switch and the main game are now in the exact position, the exact same. Right here, we can see down to that little misty depth. It's like in the Switch version, which means over there we have Wedge by himself. Yep. And in the Switch version, you have Wedge over there hanging out, working on something or just worrying. Wedge is there by himself now. And then right here in this version, you can see straight ahead where Jesse and Biggs and Barrett are waiting for us, just like in the main game. But again, the difference is how much more detail you can add in next gen, right? See the flashing caution lights right there? In case the lights go out, so the walkway is still present. You don't accidentally fall over the edge and, I don't know, probably die, I guess. which I don't think Shenmue would care about that much, but whatever. The other cool part too is you can look back from how far you came. So now, there's Mako Reactor number 1. But in this version, we can look back in that large area, which again, to me, is just so cool. You can just see everything happening all around you. Whereas in Classic, you can only see what the game gives you, right?
I'll secure our escape route, okay?
Would you look at that?
Go on and catch up with the others.
And what does Wedge say in the other version? I'll secure our escape passage. You concentrate on the mission, Cloud.
Keep them safe, please. Don't worry about me. Go. I'll secure our escape route, okay? You go on and catch up with the others.
See that?
Keep them safe, please.
Same dialogue,
Don't
essentially.
worry about me. Go. I'll secure our escape.
Love it.
Go on and catch up with the others.
Love it. Are you a Final Fantasy fan in general? Absolutely. Without question. Without question. Without question. Absolutely. Annoyingly so, I would say. So now that we're caught up in the exact same version the Switch is at, let's go to the Switch version and see what happens. Yeah. I played Nier Automata on PS4. That's not run about PC problems and things like that. I heard the PC version is not cracked up to be what it should be, and I'm happy I didn't play it on PC because of such. Bum 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 bum. All right. So right now we're deeper, obviously. Wrong music. This is the cool part, when the music shifts. So this actual track you're listening to right now is called Mako Reactor. Nothing fancy, but this original theme is called Mako Reactor. And it's one of my favorite tunes in 7. That bum 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 bum, and they're not lazy, you know. Nobuo Uematsu depth everything. Boom 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 boom. Yo, this your first time in a reactor? No, after all, I did work for Shinra, you know. The plant is full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet, but Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just do it. Barrett is so sick of Cloud's BS. Alright, you come with me from now on. It's cool also how instead of just having Barrett join your party, he has a reason to. Because Cloud's running his mouth about working for Shinra and all this stuff and not caring, Barrett's like, alright, you know what? I'm keeping an eye on you then. Which, off subject, it's another reason I'm excited for the release of Trials of Mana. Because in Trials of Mana, whenever you go to a town, your party members scatter and go their own direction. You know? A lot of times in JRPGs, when you go to a town, all your teammates stay with you no matter where you go, right? Or they just don't show up at all, just you, until it's time for them to show up. But in Trials of Mana, your characters go off and do their own thing. You can find them in town just doing things, and I think that's really cool. Biggs and I got the code for this door. Code deciphered. So we're at the point of this. So things to look for in the PS4 version is that right now we're going to get a change in music, hopefully. We're going to get Barrett in our party. And we have the security doors that we're going through. Think of how many of our people risked their lives just for this code. Code deciphered. Piece of candy back here, by the way. Yoink. Phoenix down, aka the god. And then we have the elevator, I think. Yeah. Push that button over there. Alright, cool. So we're going to pause here at the elevator scene. Let's see how PS4 deals with this. So again, we're going to stop at the elevator scene, and we're looking for Barrett joining our party, security doors, them talking about the lives that are risked just to get the key code, music change is what we're looking for right now. Like Octopath? I've heard great things about it. I do want to play it. Nice pan out. Oh, we get a full-blown cutscene about it.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too.
Damn.
Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage?
Or we call it Mako, huh?
Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy?
Uh-oh.
Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
I'll manage. Meanwhile, everyone's just kind of typing like, doo doo doo. We didn't hear anything. Doo doo doo.
In 3, 2, damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door!
Battle theme!
Well, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Every character has a unique ability which you can activate with triangle. With Cloud's motion shift ability, you can switch between his balanced operator mode and his attack-oriented punisher mode. Press triangle to try it out. This battle theme is so dope! Doom, 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 doom.
He's alone!
He's alone, we can take him. In Punisher mode, Cloud moves slowly, but Square unleashes a more powerful attack than usual. In addition, Cloud launches a counterblow every time he guards against an enemy's melee attack. He cannot, however, guard against range attacks or magic. When you evade attack, you switch to operator mode. Okay.
We can take him!
Can you? Oh boy. Yo, Cloud! Punisher mode.
We're back.
Then let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
Cut it out. Grumpy. He's so enamored. He always knows just what to say. Cloud is so unbothered. Really is. Hope we can still date Barrett. Same. Yo, get out of here, boxes. Now I feel bad. I'm destroying all these boxes. A little shutter window, too. This is a nice little attention to detail, too, because it shows that if you work here, you come through this door. I would guess normally this is a check-in period, or a check-in place. So you would go right here, this shutter's open, you check in with the officer to make sure you're going to work or going the right way. Shipment containers, enter right here, or a storage room. Small things like that are cool for me because it tells a story without telling the story, right? It just gives you an idea of what life day-to-day is like in Shinra if you work here. Obviously, they're closed for business, which is why we're here. And a whole line of cables right there going from location to location. Sword-proof boxes. Yeah, well, Shinra has the technology, right? That's what I would do. The first thing I would do is reinforce my boxes to make sure that no one can come through and just slice them up, right?
Simmer down, hotshot. Simmer down, hotshot.
He's just mad because he's not smashing boxes.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Careful in there.
Okay. I'm a little sad. So far, no Mako reactor music. That is sad. I'm hoping I'll hear it soon. Also, right here, you can see the clauses of the Mako reactor attendants and outfits they put on. Do the OG's rooms here? What? Did the OG's rooms here in this part tell a story despite abstract-looking guard generator rooms? I don't think. I think it just looked advanced. It looked technologically sound, but I don't think it told a story. It just lets you know that you were still in the reactor base trying to blow it up, right? It wasn't distracting, which is a good thing.
Security is only going to get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
The silence is ominous. I do believe that. However, I hope they didn't cut out so many tunes because some of them are just so... Like, there's a difference between a tune being nostalgic and just you remember it and a tune being impactful. Mako Reactor is impactful, I think, and I think it's a tune that should not be excluded. Now, with that being said, it would not surprise me if the demo didn't want to give too much away, and so they subtracted the Mako Reactor theme from the demo, so when you play the full game, it shows up and you're like, oh my god, there it is, right? There's my tune. You know what I mean?
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
Talk to Biggs.
I got this place covered.
He has this place covered. There you go. Hope you're happy. So right here, Jesse's telling us to push that button.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
As you can see right now in the Switch version, right there, might be in the same place. Looks like we are. Since the original game right there in the Switch, Jesse's telling us push that button over there, and she's doing the exact same thing.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
So I'm guessing right now we're in the exact same place. Difference being is that Jesse and I are inside the elevator together. Also, keep in mind the original version, Barrett is inside of us because he's a party member. So right now we can pretend like Barrett's not here. Barrett's inside of us. So the game's following the storyline pretty closely right now, right? Because in the Switch version, Wedge is way back there, guarding part of the entrance, right? And Biggs stays behind right there, just like in the Switch version, after opening the door. Barrett's inside of us, which means this is exactly the same. Jesse and I are at the elevator, except we're not in the elevator making it go up. Okay, cool. So we go back. Little by little, the reactors will drain out all the life, and then that'll be that. It's not my problem. Barrett's so angry. The planet's dying, Cloud! There's one of my favorite lines in the game that I meme about all the time. So for all of you who have watched this stream for 5 years, 6 years, 6.5 years that I've been active, now you know why I always say that. Because this is where it happens. Planet's dying, Cloud. That's where it comes from. Planet's dying, Cloud. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo-guards come. And he just, why I oughta. You son of a bitch. Gotta knock you. Then he climbs back inside of you. As one does when they're angry at you. They climb back inside of you. Which is what I would do if I was angry at my friend. I would just climb back inside of them and say, all right, you know, I'm done talking sense to you. I'm just going to climb inside of you until you shut up. Ah, yes, this scene. So even though we haven't heard the Mako Reactor theme yet, I'm hoping in the main game this is where we'll hear it, right? So after the elevator takes place, you're in this part. Also, if you go up this ladder and go around there, nothing's there. But it is a cool part of freedom. The part that you can go up there, run around, and just come back down the ladder, but nothing's up there. But cool moment nonetheless. Now, can you match it? So press this button.
So, you know Tifa, right?
Oh, that's
It's
new.
not really my business, but are you guys close?
That's new.
Tifa and I.
Ooh. Heidegger. I recognize that green tuxedo anywhere. President Shinra.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
Mako reactor theme.
We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life.
The Mako reactor theme's playing.
Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
It's gonna do the laugh, the yeah laugh.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry.
Yes.
While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako.
That's new.
It doesn't rest and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do.
Get help.
Say that again.
Woo.
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
The theme's playing.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Ally join Barrett Wallace. Hell yeah. B-A-R-R-E-1-T. Barrett specializes in ranged attacks. Holding down square releases a sustained burst of automatic fire. When equipped with a ranged weapon, Barrett can fire from safe locations and hit enemies that Cloud cannot reach with its sword. Not to be confused with sword with a W. This music playing right now. This version of the reactor theme is so good. Now Cloud is now deaf. Oh, now Cloud is deaf. I wish Bear was my science teacher. What's to stop you from having him as your science teacher? No?
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me.
Press triangle while control of Bear to deliver a heavy-hitting attack that fills a large portion of its ATB gauge. Once unleashed, takes a long time to charge its attack. Pressing triangle will speed the product thrust up.
Now for the real show.
See ya! Oh, there's another one up there? What? Also, look at the parts fall down below. You can run over them. That's cool. Cloud, do something. I like how the last hit is a critical too. You can switch different character depending on the situation. You can also stick with the same character and issue orders to pally allies. Use that to switch characters. Teach commands to allies. Okay.
Shut up, move over. You got that?
Nice shot.
Let's go.
BARRE1T. P? Oh, that's why. Give me a P. P. I've got my P. I've got my P. Give me an Otato. What up, Playren? What up, Sarah? What up, Potts? What up, capital P? Okay, so a couple of things happened in that entire sequence, right? I don't know if there's ever been in a variation like this long as long as this range of games in 2 decades. Yeah. Yeah. So a couple of things happened. One, well, several things actually happened, okay? Number one, we saw Heidegger, which you could tell was him right away because well, first off, the original game, as we're playing it side by side right here, hello, Heidegger doesn't show up at this point, right? But black hair, green general's outfit, red lapels, it's Heidegger, right? So that's no problem. Two, you saw President Shinra looking nonplussed, dismayed a little bit actually, and them overlooking us actually infiltrating. So they're showcasing that they already know about Avalanche infiltrating this place and they don't care about it. They're just watching it to see what happens. Two, well, three, I guess. Heidegger didn't do his yah 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 laugh, which Rufus hates, by the way. Who we might see later on. I don't know. I doubt it in the demo version. But Rufus is also someone of very important, and he hates Heidegger's yah ha ha laugh. 4, we do hear the Mako Reactor theme playing right now. This arrangement of it. That doom 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 doom. And the elevator scene has passed. We're now in the Mako Reactor, the Mako Reactor scene. We're with Barrett. 5, really cool how once you blow things up, like the robots up above, they fall down below where you are. All very neat. 6, potato. Also, by comparison to the Switch version, we are in the exact same location right now. But again, you can see the scale differences between having a game built in 1997 and a game released in 1997 and a game that's being released in 2020, right? So right now in the Switch version, the point of view we have is right here. So that device you see right there is the same one you see in the Switch, that center chamber. The difference being in the Switch version, or the classic version, you have access to a ladder that takes you up there. The reason you don't right now is because in the classic version, it's just a way to get around and explore the area, right? But in this version, they want to use it as an example of how you use Barrett in the game, which is for range attacks. If there was a ladder in this game, you could just have Cloud come up there, attack them, and there'd be no point of using Barrett in that area because you could just slash them, right? But right here, you can see the exact same long staircase down to the lower level, just like in the Switch version. So we're going to go back to the Switch version and, you know, dilly this out a little bit. Also, the lighting changes the exact same too down there, which is pretty cool. It's pretty rad. It is pretty rad, Pots. It's pretty good. Check it out. Again, the original Mako Reactor theme playing right now. Pretty cool. So, anybody who's just joining us to explain what's happening, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on my PlayStation 4 Pro, and I'm also playing Final Fantasy VII on my Switch, which is the classic version, to do a side-by-side comparison of the things that they're doing to change it up. And also what I'm doing is on the Switch version or the classic version, I have it set up so I have auto regeneration and I have auto limit break because there's no reason to spend all that time doing auto battles when we're doing environmental comparisons, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Hello, Professor Poopy Pants. So right there's that long staircase right there you can see in the Switch version. That stops right here. And then a secondary staircase and then a tertiary staircase. So honestly, in the PS4 version, they should follow the same suit, right? Which is first staircase leads to a landing, secondary staircase turns, and then a tertiary staircase, right? So let's try it out. So right here, first staircase, a landing.
The laser security system. Great.
Right.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind
Hey,
of thing
Bandito.
before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Yeah. Hold R1 or R2 to dash. You can press L3 once dash and you stop moving. Okay. You can also just hold down L3 to dash. But right here. Notice how in the classic version this isn't a thing. In the classic version, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the landing, then a right-hand turn to the staircase, and then we're down there, right? Whereas here, we have a laser security system. You know what I mean? Hey, Greymans, thank you. Everyone's saying what a nice idea. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? This is why if you don't follow me, you should follow me. This is the content that I bring to Twitch. New ideas and concepts. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I'm seeing someone do this concept on Twitch. Great idea. Thank you, pretty brown and nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Just make it do what it do. Tofu is here? I know, Tofu is here, but he's eating a burger, so we can't talk to him until he finishes the burger. But I don't mind again because it's all familiar, right? This is the same game, but they're saying, what can we do differently? How can we make this game expand? How can we make Midgar feel more important, more dangerous? Also, if you look down there, you can see our first big encounter with a dangerous mob, which also happens in the other game. Although it doesn't happen until after you go through the doorway and that thing ambushes you in the next room. But it looks like they're having it happen early in this game, which is cool. Teach you how to sprint? Yeah, pretty much purpose, right? But if you look down here, you can see the other stairway. See it with the Christmas lights? It's just going the opposite direction. So instead of having it go one stairway, landing, second stairway, and then tertiary stairway, it's first stairway, landing, laser system, and then probably over there to that stairway all the way down. So that's fine. Give me my content. Also, it's cool that in the original game too, all you can see are just these pillars which have nothing but gray concrete. Whereas in this game, you have little readings right there, right? Little reading layouts that tell you the readouts of what's happening in this reactor for the employees who work there, which would make sense, right? You would have, I would hope you would have readings of the Mako reactor or Mako reactor everywhere. So that way you're never confused about what's happening, what might blow up, what is going to blow up. It makes sense. You know? You think those glowing wires are regularly used in construction sites in Japan? News to me. I can't dispute whether you're right or wrong. I believe you, though. This is all just timing stuff. Just Kupo stuff. The real rig stuff. This is so cool, though. Can I knock the boxes into the security system? Are the boxes interacting with the lasers? Kinda. Okay, kinda not. At least the sparks of electricity are going off the boxes too. You see that? The sparks are actually interacting with the boxes a little bit too. So that is neat that they account for people like me who go out here and do things like this. So the boxes don't explode, they don't stop the security system from happening, but they just get hit by it and spark a little bit. So again, boxes that cannot be destroyed by my sword, or laser, or anything. Shinra knows one thing besides Mako, and that is cardboard boxes. So if you have a kitty cat, and they need new treat, or new toy, consider Shinra boxes. It's kind of funny to see some people are even playing the speedrun this trailer. Yeah, Trihex is speedrunning. I saw that. Laser resisting cardboard, right? Also back here, you can see a little side storage room where one would go into to grab stuff. Very, very beautiful. Very, very cool. And then looks like a side storage room door that you would go into and reach back there. Neat. Blocked off so you can't cheat. I get that. It's fair.
Not too shabby.
The ladder. It's the same ladder they used in Money in the Bank for WWE. That's pretty cool. Again, look. The foreshadowing. It's not hiding it from you. If you're paying attention, you can see the interaction is going to happen sooner or later. It's right there. And look at that long shadow that it cast. Right? The lighting right there on the back of it makes that long shadow cast right there. Pretty cool. Amazon wishes they had this tech. Jesus. I need all my UPS deliveries to come in those boxes when drivers throw my shit into the porch. Right? Knock, knock, knock. Sorry you weren't home. Excuse me? I wasn't? You sure? Oh, don't try that. Oh, this one's a little quicker. Gotta be a little faster than that.
You're doing good, soldier.
I'm doing well. Although I guess I am doing good too, right? For the planet. And there's a little shutter room you would also go to get into that room right there. I like when people take time to introduce how you would and would not get into rooms. Especially in places like this. Warning, hot surface. Nice. Hi, kitty cat. Here's the secondary stairway. But also I enjoy this happening because in the other version, which we have right here, right? The landings don't really do anything for us, right? These landings just... Well, it's not even landings plural, right? Landing singular. There's one landing, and in this area you just go in a circle. You can't do anything with it. There's no laser system right there, right? And the second stairway doesn't lead to a second landing like this game does. It just leads to a third, you know, this. Bun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Erased. Easy. Right, but right here, we're already at the bottom of the scene, you know? Now, they want us to go straight through that door, right? But, in the version we're playing right now, we go this way, right? What's up, Big Wahoon? Shock Pikachu face? I know, right? So right here is where the game wants us to go in the PlayStation 4 Pro version, which is where we encounter, I think it's called the Sweeper. I remember that because I thought of DJ K-Slay when I first played Final Fantasy VII. DJ K-Slay, Street Sweeper. You can't stop the rain. So the Sweeper you don't fight in this room, obviously, right? You fight in that room. Nevertheless, you know what it is. So let's bring it back. Also, I'm aware I'm dropping frames every now and then. It can't handle this much processing power at once. I can turn off my online, my Switch to help out. Hard to charge it pretty soon. Let's try that. Here we go. Can you already say how close to the old game's classic mode is? Like this game to the old game? I mean, it's pretty faithful. You can recognize a lot of areas side by side. You can recognize a lot of things by memory. But the important thing is that they're not making everything one for one, scale-wise, from the original to this version. They're making it different. They're expanding it, you know? They're making it a much better version of what it appeared to be. It's like looking at a flat image that's printed out and saying this is your house, and then getting a chance to actually go in the house, you know, real estate-wise. This house looks good, let's go check it out. And then you go there and you see the rooms and you go, oh my God, this house has more depth than I thought it did. This kind of gives me the same feeling, you know what I mean? Oh, you meant the round. Oh, ask LaShoy that. He did that. Hi, Bogey. What is she saying? What, Jesse? I wasn't listening to you. Ooh.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, pretty easy. Giant shipment containers, all that good. Could have ran right there. Oh, could have ran right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I need a potion. Is Barrett taking damage? Don't just stand in it, Barrett. What are you doing, buddy? Come on. What are we doing? I don't need no damn potion, is what he would say. There. Whoop. 2, 3, 4.
Nice job, Cloud.
Thanks, Jesse. Now we're at the third part right here.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. And we're almost at our objective.
Almost at our objective. That's so entry-level tutorial mode speaking. We're almost at our objective. So right here you can see this is the third landing, which is where we are in the Switch version. Well, the bottom of the floor. So ordinarily in the classic version we would go that way. And that's the way out. But now it's just a backdrop for a storage unit. You know what I mean? I'm too cool to run, you dig? Yeah.
Look,
Sweeper.
they don't call those things sweepers for nothing.
Hey!
Wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with it first.
Cloud, you're so badass. They don't call those things sweeper for nothing. Not to wipe it out first. What a badass. Ooh, this is like a battle arrangement of the Mako reactor theme. Do you hear it? So we've already heard 2 arrangements of the Mako reactor theme. This almost building tension version of it. Doom 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 doom. Sorry, I have to do this scene. But yeah, like right here, music sounds so good. Also, the lighting right here is beautiful, right? You have the lighting right there behind the net and the steel beams, right? You have the front lighting. And then as Cloud passes through it, that right there is spectacular. You gotta love good lighting. It's so good. It's gotta have a photo mode. There's no reason this game shouldn't have a photo mode. So you can take all your favorite screenshots and send them to your friends annoyingly and be like, man, this game's so beautiful. And your friends are like, I know, leave me alone. He's so edgy. He really is. Yeah, Cloud does anything at all, and Jesse's right there. Cloud, What? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Ice cream slows you down and makes you fat, as does dairy. Oh, yes it does. I like Rocky Road. Shut up, Wedge. Okay. Also, look down at the bottom of the screen. Look at how the electrical wires and panels run from under here, and they have protective covers that you can walk over. Just like in real life. That way you're not tripping over all the cords. This is big company wire management, essentially, right? Right here, we're in the same location in the Switch version, right? The only difference being sweeper right there, sweeper that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Switch version and show you where the sweeper should be. This is how Cloud is in the very first version of the game. He's moody and broody. You know what I mean? Loves sea salt ice candy? Yeah. Comparisons? You know what it is, Shock Sock. You know where to go for this kind of stuff. He wants his money, exactly. Ain't got time for all this nonsense. Alright. Let me show you where the sweeper should be. After I do this. Clowned. Bullied. Bodied, erased. So now there's all this. The game teaching you how to use ladders. So keep this scene in mind for when we should encounter the Street Sweeper. 19G, broken platform, climbing down a ladder, maneuvering through all parts of this entire area. Potion right there. This is where Jesse drops you off. I'm pretty sure down there is when you actually encounter your first save point, as well as the sweeper. But I want to see if the game takes me here after fighting the sweeper. So let me see that actually really quickly.
Ha! We can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
We need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Magic, huh? Magic dumb.
Keep it together.
Yeah, I'll do it. What's the ball?
Do you actually have bolt? You don't have bolt? Ouch. Oh, you do have them. Good. Wonderful. Hitting enemies with certain attacks or dealing large amounts of damage will temporarily knock them off balance, and pressure will appear underneath their gauge. When this happens, pelt them with spells and abilities to quickly fill their stagger gauge under the life bar. Once it's full, you can stagger them, and then Kupo sandwich.
Hey, you stop moving.
Let's pin it down. Give it all you got.
You got this.
My turn.
Of course. It just had to get back up.
Can we knock it down again? No time to complain. That's it.
Staggered. Yeah. All right. Make it do what it do.
Now's our chance. Go.
Don't need to tell me twice. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Take him down.
Let's kick it up a notch.
Easy clap. God. Easy clap.
20-something?
First. Soldier of first class doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. So for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
That's actually pretty spot on Cloud and Barrett banter. Especially Cloud going, which is very Noctis, right? From Final Fantasy 15. They kind of the same demeanor where when they're caught off guard, they kind of pause and go, Yeah, baby class, essentially. Actually, I'm soldier first class. Oh, I'm into age. So it's cute. I'm giving it all I've got. Barrett's voice. What's the matter with it? I just want to lay down when I'm pressured. Same. Magic is for jive turkeys, you dig? Surprised he doesn't have Dolomite-isms. You know what I mean? I got the baddest gun on my arm that the world had ever seen. I'm gonna suck up all the Mako on the planet. And then I'm gonna shit green. I'm Barrett Wallace. Your mama know my name. I come out from Avalanche and the world ain't never been the same. You know what I mean? Like, they're that close to doing that, essentially. This is also very new. Having a bunch of the street sweepers on call, so to speak, but not all active. You know? Neat, though. It'd be kind of cool if there was a hard mode where they all just came to life at the exact same time. You had to fight all of them. Well, Anima Bandito, there's a reason that I'm listed by Square as one of the fastest times in the E3 demo. You know, just good at games. Although people are speedrunning it now, so my claim's kind of boofed. Noctis' dark-haired Cloud. Although, the thing is, Noctis is way more emotional than Cloud is. Even later on in the game, when Cloud starts finding out more about himself, his mental capacity, his mental deconstruction, he doesn't get nearly as emotionally caught up as everyone else. Wow. What, base? What in the last Dragon Slash I'm gonna get you sucker just happened? Dolomite is my name. Yeah, I can't do things like that on demand? DNA. The thing I'm happy about the most, honestly, I'm happy that it's at least a black actor playing the role. Like, that makes me so happy. I'm so happy it's actually a black actor. And I posted that on Twitter a while back. I said, thank God. Because my fear was, bring Barrett back, make him a bit more culturally standing. But, you know, let's not make him a black actor. Make it someone else. Anybody can do a black voice, right? And I was like, ugh. But sure enough, black. Thumbs up. So I'm looking to see if they have the exact same scene in the classic version. This is all new. Okay, I know that place.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
This looks to be about the same location-ish. Now, this is where my E3 demo started, if I recall. Not even up here. I think it was next platform down is where mine started. So all that I saw just now was brand new. Caution, Mako. Good warning. All right, let's run it back. All right. Let's run it back. Let's do this. If only Shockstock could be so lucky. Now, if you look closely right there, look at that. See where we're facing? A sweeper. That's where the first time you encounter one is right there. So that's kind of cool. That's where you fight a sweeper. There you go. So we're fighting sweepers now, just like we did in the main game. And right here is the descent that you see in the game. So right now in the PS4 version, this descent that you see right here, it's the same one we're seeing right now. Obviously very different. So in this game, we're not climbing down pipes to reach the central core. There are actual pathways to get to the central core. Because, honestly, to not bully the first game, there's a ladder right there. So you're telling me if you're an employee, the best way to get down to the main core, besides that bottom entrance, is to navigate pipes with the ladder next to them? Like, your insurance or healthcare have to be through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get to work? Well, I have to walk down pipes. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I gotta climb down pipes. Gotta climb down pipes. Yeah, there's a ladder there though, so it's not that bad. So it makes a bit more sense in the main game that instead of climbing down pipes, you have actual walkways and pathways to get down there, right? It's definitely an OSHA violation. There's a save point right there. Which I don't need, but I'm gonna do. So I'm already playing the game in my own time again. As you can see, I named Cloud backwards, which is Dualk or Dualch. Eris's name or Aerith is renamed to Eris's. There's the central core. There's more Mako overflowing right there. Yeah. So let's wait until this game catches up to this part. But if you look down below too, you can see the Mako right below this platform, this walkway, just down there permeating and doing whatever it is Mako does on its own, which I'm assuming is just permeate, right? Just existing and boiling and toil, double and whatever. By the way, Potts, meant to ask you, how'd you feel about that sweeper that you saw? Big giant robot boy. Thoughts? Refreshing, delicious Mako. Mako Bell. But right here in the game, you can see the exact same thing. So down below there, just like that pathway, that walkway shows, you can see Mako permeating, just existing and doing liquid stuff. Pretty standard mech. Don't worry, there's a better one coming up. Especially, Potts, if you're a big fan of the 1,000 Malls of Rototok, then we'll see what happens with you then. Only if you're a fan of the 1,000 Miles of Totodoroki. If you're not, then never mind. But see, this is much better than climbing pipes. And it makes more sense. No more...
God damn. I can practically taste the Mako in here. Hurry it up.
God damn. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely where I played in the E3 demo. Right here. Pretty good. I took my time. Just looking at everything.
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Audio seems a bit off in the voices, though. Music's so good, man. It's so good. It's so good. Also, you guys could use some pots. Items, potions, Cloud. Items, potions, Barrett.
Wowie wow, wow.
Can you turn Barrett's off? Nope. There's a hidden menu if you do the Konami code. It's called Sucka mode, and then it turns off Barrett's voice. Sorry. So that needs to remake Legend of Dragoon. The problem with creating the remake of 7 is that now you're going to have people lining up to request remakes of all their favorite Square Enix games. Or their favorite Squaresoft games, or any RPG. Where's my remake of 8? Where's remake of Legend of Dragoon? Where's the remake of Lufia? Where's the remake of Vagrant Story? Where's the remake of Lunar 7-Star Story? Where's the remake of Chrono Trigger, of Wild Arms, of Alundra, of Azure Dreams? And you can't have all that, you know? No one's ever going to be satisfied until we remake all the JRPGs. You know what I mean? Welcome back, Slurm, for 13 months, a.k.a. the real year, not the fake year. Welcome back, friendo. Good to see you. Resident Evil 1 Remake, Remastered Remake. Yeah, it is about time, right? The RE1 Remake only came out, like, what, 2 years ago? It's already time for a new RE1 Remastered Remake of the remake. I agree. I think that RE3 Remake should come out with the remake of the day it comes out. Just so, like, not only are you covered for the next 15 years, you're covered for the next 30 years. No one's going to request anything. In fact, I think they should come out with Resident Evil 9 the same day. Everyone wins. Leave 8 alone. She's already perfect. As in Final Fantasy 8? Yeah, it's perfect how it is, which is in the past, not updated, never changed, never brought to anyone's attention. I agree. Do not. Yeah. That is what Riggs would say, right? But what amazes me here about this design is that you have to ask yourself as a designer, what would a Mako reactor have and need? It would need gigantic lights to make sure there's no blockage of light source anywhere, obviously. It would need a ton of ventilation. The first thing Barrett said when he was down here, or one of the first things, was, I can practically taste the Mako in the air. Let's hurry up and finish this. So even with these ventilation systems right here, it's just, like I said, it's permeating. It's in the air. Phil Collins, you know what I'm saying? So it really brings to light how much Mako is in this area. Enough to color the air, right? To discolor the air and make it look different. So there's that. Nothing slaps about 8. That's why I got delayed release. Do we really want to make this a release on the Switch? I don't know. We need to. We can, just not right away. I just want Legend of Dragoon for a modern console. Doesn't have to be a remastered remake. I just wanted to work on PC or something. You could get a Vita. If you get a PlayStation Vita, then you get access to the PlayStation Store, and you can get pretty much every great PS1 game to work on Vita flawlessly. Now, some will tell you can emulate Dragoon on a number of platforms, but it never emulates perfectly. But the Vita version that you buy on the PS1 store emulates perfectly because it's the exact same game. So if you really want that, then just do that. You know what I mean? It's a thought.
Heads up, boys. The end's in sight. I leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
So this is where Jesse leaves us in this version of the game. Now keep in mind, in the Switch version or the classic version, Jesse leaves us about one scene ago, which is when she's up above and we climb down the ladder to get where we are right now, which is about the same area, right? This right here is about the same area as the previous game because the core is right there and everything else is right there. So yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? You missed the sharp cyan of the Mako from the original 7 here. Yeah, I can see the color difference. Too much light in here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I can see it. A little bit of a sharp cyan in the first one. Yeah, I can see that. That's a lot of Mako, yeah. Getting a PS TV later this year? Oh, there you go. Sorry, Barrett. There's a potion right there. Wasn't swinging at you, brother. You know what it is. Make it do what it do.
That way. Down the ladder, dummy.
Warning? What happens if I don't adhere to the warning? What are you going to do? Fire me? Oh, just bring me right back. Not that way. Down the ladder, dummy. She dead ass called me a dummy. You will get your Legend of Dragoon remake when PS5 comes out. And there's not enough launch titles for PS5, and you think, man, what can we do? Let's just bring back Legend of Dragoon. All right, that'll work. I'll get some sales. Also, I love the tarps right here, all across the place.
Think you can stop me? Enough.
Yo, Cloud with the aerials.
Wowie, wow, wow.
Spells, obs, fire, obs, sentry ray, obs.
Calling fire.
Nice. Easy clap. Yo, Adenza, you made it for 4 months. Congratulations. You could have stayed for 3 months only or 2 months, but you came back instead. Welcome back to the classroom, you little Kupo. Still no date. Look at Riggs. Came out of lurk for that. Oh, what's happening in my game? Get out of here with this. What was that? I moved, that's why. I moved 1 step and got an instant battle. That's funny. Welcome back. Enjoy yourself. So we're getting closer and closer down here where we get the actual cutscene.
You think if we fell in, we sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
No. The pump would suck us back up.
How comforting.
It's not comforting at all. It's sarcasm. Yeah, suck on this when you get a chance. Easy clap, honestly. Oh, except for you. What are you doing up here?
So long.
I love the enemies too because these are enemies that you do encounter in the game, and it's cool seeing the different enemies in their new state. Hell houses look dope. And I keep mentioning them because they gave me the most trouble in the original version at the very start of the game. Hell houses you don't encounter until you're maneuvering around the slums. About the same time you start getting near the ghost train yard. Not the part that you can access, but right next to it. And they are, well, they're hell. There fits their name, you know what I mean?
Wowie, wow.
Welcome back, Trunus, for 3 months. Learns me? Do you feel learned? Good. Mako 1 reactor core. Look at all that Mako down there. Ah, don't you just want to like drink it up like a Baja Blast?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
I bet it tastes like Baja Blast too. The cool thing too is that you can see the bits and pieces of life stream floating in the air and dissipating, right? Because this is the energy of the earth, right? Mako is the life stream of the earth, or this earth, I guess, this planet, I should say. So to see the bits and pieces of life stream coming out of the Mako, like fireflies, like lightning bugs, and then just disappearing, it's very telling and very artistic because it just shows the energy being sapped out and then disappearing. All this life right here that once existed no longer does. To power the riches, to power the 1% in this area, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, even. The only thing I want to know is how leveling up is going to work because no random battles anymore, so how do you grind? I think it's kind of like Final Fantasy 15, right? In 15, you grind based on where you choose to go. You can get as high level or low level as you want to be. And the difference is that you go to certain areas that you shouldn't be and things are higher level than you. And if you're good enough, you can win, you know? Just like in 15, you go to certain areas, there are enemies higher level than you, but if you tough it out and you're really smart with your moves and your abilities, you can beat them. And you get items you shouldn't get yet, you get XP that you should have access to. And I mean, that was different for me, like in Final Fantasy 15, in chapter 13, when you're supposed to be sneaking around from location to location. And those scary looking guards were in between. I fought all those guards because I had leveled so much that I just trumped them and devastated them. But some people didn't, so they had to hide. And when they got caught, it was this ginormous battle, you know what I mean? So I would think that 7's kind of the same way, which is where in the overworld, as you traverse from, let's say, Nibelheim to Midgard, if you want to go back to it, to Wutai, to what's it called, Kime or K, whatever that K city is. When you go from there to Costa, traveling in between, if you do it by foot, will allow you to encounter certain enemies out in the open. That's how. You know? Battle for Azeroth? What does it matter for you? Did you notice how many bodies do after you defeat them in combat? Return to live stream, that is. Oh, I didn't notice that. Good point. Yay, yay. Now, if you look right here in the classic version, I think this is the exact same point, right? Because right up there is the core. And then right here is the door you can't access. So right now in my version on Switch, that door is open, which gives you the illusion that you can just run straight through, but you can't. But at least in this version, you can't just run straight through. It's blocked off, which is a bit more acceptable than just giving me an open door that I can't go through, you know? Also, the save point would be right here. But since this game doesn't have a save point, there is no save point to have. There's just the game. You know what I mean? So now that we're essentially in the same point in the story on Switch, just like we are in the PS4, we can switch back to the Switch version, which is right there, the core. So let's do that. Perfect. Perfect. Also, hold on. I had a knock on my door. All right, Martin, let's do this. The planet's dying, Martin. So right now, you can see we're at the exact same point in both games. In the PlayStation 4 version, we're right there in front of the core reactor. In this version, we're right in front of the core reactor. In this version, you can see we have a giant valve which controls everything, as it should. And like someone pointed out, the bridge is so different. Shocksock pointed out how the bridge is raised in this version, whereas in the original, this version, it's PS4 version, is much closer to the Mako, which seems dangerous, I guess. Maybe not as dangerous. I don't know. Depends on your exposure rate, right? Because if the bridge is lower to the Mako and you fall over, it'd be much easier to rescue you because you're right there. You know? To throw down a, I don't know, a lifesaver? Throw down a lifesaver to someone in the Mako and just yoke them back up. Whereas if you're high up on a bridge and you fell down, you're just all the way down there saying help. And they're like, well, sorry, dude, sucks. We get the restore materia right here. This is cool because the restore materia or the cure materia you already have in the game right now. In PS4, Barrett has the ability to do bolt and cure. But right now you're finally getting cure. So that's kind of cool. As a reminder, magic, ice bolt. It goes by equipment too. So equip. Yeah. Right there. But there's no materia command yet right there. That's where materia is going to appear to tell you how to do it and put materia in there. When we blow this place, it ain't going to be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it. Gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, I'll do it. Flashbacks, watch out. This isn't just the reactor. What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong, Cloud? Hurry it up. Yeah, sorry. Heads up, here it comes. Scorpion time. Love this thing. It's so cool. Locked on target. Robot in the Doma Castle? You're right. Now we are going to cheat to speed things up a bit. Because we're not scared of Guard Scorpion. But Guard Scorpion, we ain't got no time for that. Guard Scorpion looks really cool in the PS4 version. I do recall that. In the demo. Looks really, really good. Keep in mind the details. It's red, green eyes or sensors right there. Giant scorpion, obviously. Grenades, right? There we go. All done. Now, clearly, because I had like 8 limit breaks or 7 limit breaks, maybe 6. It won't be that easy. Oh, I got Mind Blow. Saps MP. Got a new gun. Come on, let's get out of here. So now alarms are going off. 10 minutes detonation. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. Oh yeah. We're going to do this. Otherwise the countdown keeps going. I can't stop the countdown in the game. I do recall that. Nothing stops it. I do the switch menu to stop it. So we're at that point in the game right now. So remember that. Now let's try it here. So the same thing should happen. A guard scorpion. After a brief cutscene, as you can see right here, there's no restore materia to pick up because we already had the restore materia, so it's whatever.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds.
Little Stamp.
Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Also keep
Never
in
said I
mind.
was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Yeah, my dude.
Then do the damn job.
Now keep in mind, at this point in the game, in the classic version, Tifa has not been mentioned once. They've already mentioned her twice. Jesse mentions Tifa, Barrett mentions Tifa. There's the flashback. Or the mental disturbance, rather. A lot better than just the red, you know, scene.
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
Oh! I can choose the timer? What? Why would they give me a choice between 20 and 30 minutes? Kupo. I mean, this is also brand new. The gamer in me says pick 20 minutes. Yeah, no 10-minute choice. And I'm playing on normal. There's a casual and easy and normal. I'm playing on normal. I'm going to pick 20, obviously, because, you know, gamer.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
Oh, that's right.
Double crossing.
Guard Scorpion. Ooh, there you go, Potts. Look at the green eyes.
Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Here we go.
We barely scratched the damn thing.
Shut up.
Didn't I tell you to use magic?
Thought you were full of shit.
Say whatever you want. Just do it.
Thought you were full of shit. Okay, that was funny.
Deal with that.
Need my help, do you? Suck on this. Better win this one for the planet.
Hello, lightning magic? You even know how to use materia?
Of course I know how to use material. What kind of stupid question is that? Quit rushing me.
Thought you were full of shit.
This is gonna sting. Hell yeah. You see the damage I did?
My man, he talks just like me. See the damage I did? That's right. Look at my DPS. Tell him. Look at my DPS. Nothing else matters.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Take your arm off. If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both. Huh? It didn't work? Kiss my ass! Damn pain in the ass!
They're insufferable. I love it. Right? Aren't they like the bestest friends?
Damn it! Gotta do something about that barrier first!
Oh, bind with unblockable attacks. Right.
Got anything you wanna say? Funny way to ask for help. You're up. Shit! Was just about to get you out.
Wasn't expecting you to do jack. Now, hit it hard and fast.
Oh, you're in for it now!
Right.
Just shoot! Gotta be careful. Take the lead.
Guess it's my turn.
Nice.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Whatever. Bold cure. You gotta get out of the way of the AoE, Adrian.
You ain't stopping us.
Ether?
Here we go.
I need you to focus thrust.
I'm putting an end to this shit. Enough with all the barriers.
I'm putting an end to this.
Why you gotta pick on me? What that all you got?
I mean, that's a lot to have. You talking about that's all you got? That's a lot.
You got this.
Hang back.
Sucks, can't hit.
Gotta heal up.
Oh, interrupted my ability. That's dope.
No holding back. Heal up and regroup.
Okay.
Let's go.
Get off! Don't just stand there. Help me out, damn it!
My turn.
That's what you get. Talk about that mess.
Not as good as I'd be if you'd actually tried to help me out.
That's AoE.
There! Attack it from the rear.
Aye, soldier boy. Show me what you got.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Won't last long.
Little pick me up.
I got it.
Taking damage to staggering enemies fills your limit gauge. When the gauge is full, you can lose limit breaks. Yeah.
Ain't going down fighting a goddamn scorpion.
Serious.
Guess it's my turn. Try me. We gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't
Yes.
think so.
Absolutely are going to.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, limit bar looks so cool down there. You see it?
Fuck on this.
Oh boy, that was fast.
Focus and find a way.
Bullied. We can't see it?
Okay.
Oh. Wow. Imagine it. Abilities, focus thrust.
Don't just fight. Adapt.
Focus thrust? Interrupted. Now try it again. Focus thrust. You're such a bully.
And find a way. Don't overdo it.
About damn time.
Interrupt this. Also don't. Good dodge. You didn't even really dodge. Good stand. Nice job, Claude. No, AoE.
Don't just fight. Adapt.
Don't just fight. Adapt.
Here it comes.
There we go.
Do this.
Now punish it. Limit break. Cross slash. Body bag.
Last words.
Nice job, dude. Missiles! Obviously, you can see the battle difference between this one and the one we fought in the classic version is a bit different, you know what I mean?
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Now, get in there and do some damage.
Good idea, actually. Good command. Get in there and do some damage, Quad.
Sure could use a break.
Well, there's your break.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. But you got to use Steel Skin right now.
Come get some.
Also, you got to use an Ether right now.
That'll do. Bring it home.
Hang back.
Grenade.
Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Have this.
It's wide open. Gonna light it up.
Okay, you do that. I'll stay back here and take damage. Right to the face. No!
Gotta heal up.
Oh, Barrett's good, actually.
Take the lead.
Guess it's my turn. Ah!
Okay. Now we're in cruise control.
How is this thing still running?
Now we're in cruise control.
Next, don't get tired or complain.
And you getting tired of my complaining, huh? Solid copy. You're up.
Take
Now.
it over.
It's wide open. Gonna light it up.
Hit it with the boop boop. Focus thrust.
Try this.
One more of those. It's okay. It's okay. One more of those. Stop getting hit in the face.
Need my help, do you? Bring it home.
Let's do this. Heal up and regroup.
There it comes. Abilities, focus thrust.
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn.
Oh, it ran!
Kiss my ass.
Wonderful. Fire in the hole.
Won't say your friends and beg for forgiveness. Been a while since I had to go all out.
It looks so good. My God. Look at it. The destruction, the damage, everything. This place is actually like a destructible environment.
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Merc.
Yeah, Merc.
When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up. And that's a promise.
That's a promise. Where's the auto repair unit?
Suck on this. Want some more? Bring it to here. Gotta heal up quick, or I'm in serious shit. Ain't done yet.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. Nice block, nice block. Items, ether, Barrett.
Firing everything.
Good block.
Hey, follow my lead.
No time to waste. Let's take it out quick.
Give them hell.
Taking over.
Almost staggered. Just eat it, just eat it, just eat it.
Gotta heal up.
No, you don't.
Let's finish this.
Abilities. Braver.
Don't stop now.
This is now.
There you go. Fun battle. It's a beautiful looking fight. It looks so good, man. It looks so good. Look at all this. Look how dope that is.
Shit, the bomb.
20 minutes until detonation.
Oops. Well, the good news is it didn't start until we finished the battle. You know, as opposed to starting before.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Wedge should be covering our way out. Go, go, go!
Okay, so now we're caught up. 1953, 1953, 1953. Good. So this game does acknowledge pausing at least. Okay, cool. Now we're in the same place as the Switch again. What up, Maddie? Okay. Now we're in the same place as the Switch. So, let's switch it up. All right. Yeah, if it started beforehand, I would have needed actually the full half hour. Maybe. Don't get hit. I kept trying to roll instead of it was so easy, just long. It was a fun fight. It makes me wonder how fun the fights are going to be later on when you fight more impactful enemies, like the dragon in the City of the Ancients, and battles like that. When you fight Rufus, when you fight the Turks, when you fight anyone, any of the monstrosities, when you fight Lost Number. Imagine how dope it's going to be when you fight Lost Number. Like, all those fights are going to be dope. Anyway, back to the original. Okay. So in this version, you obviously go out the way you came in. And also the countdown still goes while you do battles. Just funny stuff. Jessie has her foot stuck, so you gotta go save her. And she hops over you afterwards. You all right? My leg got stuck. Thanks. Hop right over you like you don't even exist. And just pieces out. And then you follow her up there. Takes her sweet time doing it, but whatever. I think the timer starting after the fight is fair. Because it's your first boss fight like that, right? In this version of the game, every random encounter that you do is kind of the same for the basis into the introduction, right? Even though the bosses change and the enemies change, for the first hour that you play this game, every battle's the same. Nothing changes, right? But in this new version, in the remake, because it's an open system, because it's an active battle, you have to get the player time to learn how to fight boss battles. It's not the same as just holding down square and beating up a bunch of Shinra soldiers, right? So you gotta teach them how to manage fights against bosses when later on, when time is an issue, then it's not a big deal because you're acquainted by then. You're used to it. Also, just realized I'm gonna have to go back to the laser area with the timer up. That's probably why it's 20 minutes instead of 10 minutes as well, because there's no laser area in the original one. Because now you gotta navigate lasers back through the platforms, then yeah. But yeah, same thing. You go back here, elevator. I'm doing my best to hold off on the demo and play the full release. It's tough. Braver than I am. I couldn't do that. Couldn't be me. I love these weird things. With their beam guns. Just hanging out. Being awful. Oh, I didn't switch Barrett's gun. Shh, guys, that's my viewership. Don't ask questions like that. What if Wet Maddie says you got a good point? Jesus. Okay, let's change your gun because I forgot. Here we go. She opens the door for you. They run through. All right, be careful. Code deciphered. So we should encounter all this too. In the very opening. And then the big kaboom happens. Homegirl falls down. Jessie, you pick her up. There's a big explosion. And there goes the Mako reactor. Just like that. Let's get the planet going, at least for a little while longer. Yeah. ... Okay, now everyone get back. And there's our exit. I like that classic fire noise. That's so Super Nintendo. Wedge's butt is on fire. See him patting it down. Alright, now let's just get out of here. Rendezvous at Sector 8 station, split up and get on the train. Hey. It's about your money, wait till we get back. Shucks. Money. So I'm seeing if the game goes this direction or not. It's very SNES. Alright. Let's see what happens in this version, shall we? Alright, Martin, here we go. Same swing, same thing. Also, the Mako over here is not doing so well considering something just blew up inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Want to climb faster, Claude? What if I can go through that door? It's a shortcut. I doubt it. Where's Barrett, anyway? Did he leave me? Where is Barrett? He left me.
Give me a break.
Oh, I back and just run past these things. What am I doing? Video games, right? Lies!
That's that.
How dare you? Who did that? No, don't initiate combat mode. Enough. Does the way they pronounce Mako bother you a little bit? Not really. I mean, I imagine it's like how people felt when the first time they introduced the idea that it's not Titus, it's Titus. Oh, she gets stuck. Cool. They kept that part. So you saw in the Switch version, in the classic version, Jessie gets stuck. And she does in this version too.
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you?
Wow, she's strong.
My hero.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Come this way.
She had a giant block of concrete on her leg and she's fine?
Probably.
She is dope. A gigantic slab of concrete was on her leg and she's just like, all right, I'm good.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Where is she? Strong. Nice. Oh, it's kind of cool. We get to hang out with Jessie for a little bit.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Brett. You thought Chocobo was pronounced like chocolate, but ended up it's Chocobo? Yeah, Chocobo. That's how I always said it. Everyone's different.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, she didn't hop over us. That's the big miss.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Shut up and climb, he said. Shut up and climb. Jesus. Okay. Good stuff.
Barrett!
I've got you covered.
Barrett!
That's the way out of here.
But then...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
You!
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
It takes so much offense.
Shit, the clock's ticking.
Tweet
Cool
this.
it. 5 seconds is all we need. Deal with that.
Ooh, got him down. See ya. Let's go.
Easy clap.
Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Not my boss. It is cool going through all this time. Oh, we do fight another scorpion. That's dope. Well, not really dope, but unfortunate.
Whatever. All right.
There you go.
So long. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Take the lead.
All right. Watch and learn.
Oh, cloud curses too? That's new. I'm not used to cloud cursing. That's new. Huh. Yeah, when he cursed, it felt like... Also, remember earlier in the game when I came past these, and I was like, it'd be cool if another sweeper came to life. And it did. Another sweeper does come to life and try to, you know, murder you. Which is kind of what I wanted. I guess I asked for that. Intruder. Alert. Alert. Whoa! Cloud! Mouth on you! Sir!
Need a light.
Need a light. That's so cornball. I love it.
Don't overdo it.
About damn time. Ain't no thing.
What a cornball.
Hey, did you see me in action?
Need a light. Also, the lasers are turned off now. That's kind of cool. We just got a free pass. Besides the enemies with the fight along the way, but I'm not worried about the enemies we found along the way, just the friends we made along the way instead. Aww. Oh, it's the grunts, the shock troopers. That's so cool.
Calling fire. Take him down.
Let's kick it up.
You're mine.
That's so cool. They're called grunts in the classic version. Remember we were just fighting those. I was wondering when they would show up. That's cool. That's really, really cool.
Down, you're done.
More like we'll both be done.
Anime runs too. Are they talking to me? Friends.
Keep it together.
Need my help, do you?
Bring it.
You don't look so good. Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
Wow, they talk mess. I don't block, I don't roll, I just fight. Cloud, you want to help? They're all just focused on me, dog. What are you doing? Tell him, Barrett.
Don't look now. It's about to get real.
There's so much going on right now. I love it. It's like chaotic. It's frenzy. You know what I mean? There's so much frenetic action happening right now.
Want some more? Get your ass out of here.
Sure you could.
It really is just a frenzy. I love it. The weapon fights are going to be so good. Because there'll be so much to worry about. And the thing is like right now the enemies add up and do damage when you don't block or roll. The weapons are going to give you one chance to do poorly on your block and your defense, and you'll get obliterated. I cannot wait. That's the best part. You're going to do so much just damage when you don't protect your neck. There's the explosion. President Shinra. Heidegger.
Sir.
Oh, they're finishing the job. So in the classic version, you saw that our bomb exploded the reactor. In this version, our bomb does some damage, but they finish the job.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
All according to Kaku. The setup, tongue out face. Why's your tongue sticking out? Put your tongue back in your mouth. Yeah, the false flag operation. Indeed. Biggs.
We don't have a lot of time here. Pick up the pace, people.
Look at that destruction out there. It's so cool. Oh.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
Remember that? Jesse fell down also.
That is a yes.
The other version. It's kind of out of focus. She falls down. They zoom in. He picks her up.
Cloud!
Anime. Yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Look how cool he is with a smile. Like, yeah, I was pretty cool, wasn't I? You can really see the impact the bomb makes, too, on the entire city. Millions dead. There's the explosion that gets us out. Meet up later. Eris. Yeah, this is later in the game, obviously. So now they're showing the rest of the stuff that happens in Midgar. The flower's still on him the entire time. This is where he'll backflip onto the train. This is so cool. We get to walk around and see all of Midgar. Look at that, the fountain area. This is the train scene. This is so dope. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. I love video games, man. That's so good. It's so dope. Him. Doom 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 dun 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 doom 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 doom